Hi to all. This topic is declaring elements in DTT. The element declaration of a DTT is like a BNF. BNF means Backus nor form. The element declaration of a DTT in XML is like an Backus normal form for the programming languages. For the programming languages, BNF provides or defines the syntactic structure for the programming languages. The element declaration of a DTT have a form that is related to that of the rules of context-free grammars, also known as BNF. BNF define the syntactic structure of programming language. Like that, in XML, DTT is used to define a syntactic structure of a particular set of documents, similar to those of BNF. Here, DTT is used to define syntactic structure of a particular set of documents. This is similar to those of BNF. In XML, each element declaration in DTT specifies the structure of one category of elements. In XML, XML documents are always represent as a tree structure. In my further example, I will show how the elements are displayed in a tree form. An element is a node in such a tree, either a leaf node or an internal node. In XML, an element is a node in such a tree, either a leaf node or an internal node. Here let's see an example for here let's see the syntax for the element declaration. This is the syntax of the element declaration. Start with the anchor tag, exclamatory symbol, and then the keyword element in the capital letters, and the element name and the content of the element, and then close the anchor tag. So this is the syntax for the declaration of an element. Here what is the meaning of this keyword element means? Element is used to indicate that the parser that you are about to define element. This element keyword is used to indicate the parser that you are about to define an element. Then this is the element name. This is the element name that you are defining. This is the element name that you are defining in the XML document. This is the content. Content defines what content can go within the element. Content defines what content you go within the element. As we said before, XML documents are always displayed in a tree structure. Here, see how the elements are displayed in a tree structure. XML document has a tree structure where the root element is at the top of the tree, and the child elements are connected to the root elements. The same way how leaves are connected to the tree through branches. Here let's see an example. In every XML document, it should be started with this tag only, question mark XML version of the XML, and the encoding. Here it uses the encoding UTF-8 version. So this is the root node. Company is the root node, and employee is the child of the company tag. And then it has also an inner root node as the child name, age, and email. And then another child node, address. It has also an inner node, city, state, and close the address node, and then employee, finally the root node. Here the tree structure would be like this. This is the root element, and then this is this is the child of the root element. These are all the inner child elements of the company root element. Age, name, and email, these are all the child elements. This address also the child elements of the tag employee. So here the city and state are the sub child elements of the tag address. So in XML, the elements are always displayed like in the tree structure. Here let's see an example. In this example, memo is the parent node, otherwise it is called the root node. Here it has the children node from, to, date, re, and body. So here let's see, this is the root element. The memo is the root element, and these are all the child elements to the root element memo. In many cases, it is necessary to specify the number of times that the child element may appear. In XML, it is necessary to specify the number of times that the child element may appear. This can be done in a DTT declaration by adding a modifier to the child element specification. Here the modifiers are plus, star and question mark. Plus is used to indicate that one or more occurrence of the child element. Star is used to indicate zero or more occurrence of the child element. Question mark is used to indicate zero or one occurrence of the child element. Here let's see an example. Consider the following DTT declaration. Here in the as you see in the syntax, element is the keyword. It is used to tell this is the element declaration. Then this is the root element, that is element name, that is the person, and the content of the element is parent, age, spouse and sibling. Here the element parent use the modifier plus. Plus means one or more occurrences, because a child have parents, one or more parents. And then the age, here it does not have any modifier, so it doesn't mention nothing here. Then the spouse spouse content have the modifier question mark. Question mark means zero or one or more occurrences, because spouses will be either one or no. Then the sibling have the modifier star, because the siblings are zero or more occurrences will be applicable. So here the data type, what type of data types used in these declarations are only the character type of data are used here. Here you see the data type of the element declaration, element name and the PC data. PC means parser character data. Thank you, girls.